What's up, it's the City Girls?
What's up? It's the City Girls, and today we is back with a motherfucking video.
Some men ain't solid, especially today.
Come on. Especially bum boys. Like,
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Rain. You may be wondering why I look like this and the quality is so garbage. It's because we're going to be doing this video on Zoom because, as you all know, we are in quarantine, so we can't see each other, unfortunately. So instead, we just decided to make this like a video call. And yeah, you guys are going to just see our conversations about boys, relationships, confidence, college, the whole nine. So if you're interested, go ahead and just stay tuned. Don't forget to like and subscribe this video. And yeah, just keep watching. Hey guys, so these are my three friends. They're gonna go ahead and introduce themselves.
Okay, I'm Sarah.
I'm Faye.
And my name is Nana. And
so like I said before, we're just gonna be answering some like general questions about like boys, relationships, future, college, and more. So let's get started. How do y'all feel about like the transition from high school to college and like learning about yourself, coming to college, etc.?
Personally, the transition from high school to college it wasn't rocky for me because I feel like my mentality was I was already done with high school by first semester. So I already knew that like this chapter is about to close and we're about to start another important chapter. So therefore, my head needs to be in the game. I need to be on top of my stuff. And so that made everything like really smooth with the transition from high school to college. Now, with that, I found myself becoming more aware about myself, the things I wanted in my future, the things I want right now. Goals, how motivated I am, all of that. So the transition from high school to college was pretty good for me. How about for you?
You learn a lot about yourself and like what you want. About like legit, it makes you rethink everything in life.
Rethink absolutely everything.
Personally, for me, going to school in New York, being placed in such a different environment, I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty scary at first, but I had Rain, so that kind of made it easier. But since being placed in such a different environment, you really like, whoa, like, you know, when you go to school in Texas, even if you go to like university in Texas, there's still like familiarity there because you know, like people kind of mutually. But when you go to school in a different state, people are extremely different from you. And you need to know more about yourself so you can stand your ground. You know, some people, when they're placed in a brand new group of people, they start to change things about themselves. And I feel like for me, I made it really important for me to like stand my ground, if that makes sense, and like really know who I am and like what I want and use that to my advantage to help me acclimate and really like adjust to everything I need to be doing in college for the most part. But honestly, being in college, you think about things that like you would have never thought about in high school, what you want to do with your life. Like you could go into college thinking like, okay, I want to do this, I want to do that. But once you like get placed into it, like embedded in it, you're like, okay, like maybe
Rethinking.
Or you want to change it, you want to tweak it. It's not what you expected it to be. So I really feel like college is really where you find yourself and where everything is put into perspective for you, and that's when you really get the ball rolling on the foundation for your life.
Alright, next question. So, how do y'all feel about right person, wrong time?
Incorrect. It's not possible.
I don't think it's possible. It's
not possible.
Look, if it's the right person, the time will not matter.
It's gonna work.
It's gonna
right there. And people always love to.
Years old when we met, we will find a way to work it out.
But what if that person isn't who they need to? Like it's the right person for you, but like they still haven't grown enough
to be that person that you
for you at the time.
Yeah.
So maybe in that sense, it's not the right time, you know?
Well, like, what if like y'all are together and like y'all are together now, but like you have to move or like something like you gotta get your life together still, and like that person can't be there with you at that present moment, but they come back eventually.
I feel like if it's meant to be, it'll be.
Yeah.
Even if it's like
Copyright. Stop it. Stop.
Copyright.
No,
I ain't think over more than 10 seconds. Are we good?
Come on.
yeah, but I mean, if that person really wants to be with y'all on each other, y'all figure it out, make it work.
Yeah. Agreed.
Well, now that Sarah has said that, I feel like on a serious note, my mind kind of changed. Like, yeah. So like, let's say like we're too young. Like, okay, two people, boy and girl, freshmen in college. Those are the years where that's where you set your GPA. A relationship is probably not the best idea, nor should you prioritize that. But you guys know that, like, both of y'all heads are straight, and you guys know that, like, y'all are meant for each other. But it's just that we can't do this right now because we got things we got things to do in order for our future to be bright. So therefore, we need to hold off on this. We need to hold off on this until further notice. So yeah, right person, wrong time. You know, some fine too down.
But that doesn't mean it's.
I don't think he says an excuse though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't feel like that's.
Yeah, it's very circumstantial.
Very, very. But I think you can meet the right person today, but it just not work.
But it'll work out when it needs to.
Yeah.
Like it'll end up working out eventually, if it's meant to be.
So to follow that question, we have self-doubt entering your 20s.
Honestly, I feel like we can all kind of relate to this because we grew up in like households where our parents kind of enforce like success and like going after what you want and being steady on it. So our main thing, of course, is not disappointing our parents. But as far as like self-doubt, like, yeah, you're going to college. I think I've probably have 3 different majors I want to change to. So it's just like you're just kind of finding yourself and seeing what you're good at, and you're constantly doubting yourself. But honestly, it just takes time. So, but that's just kind of that's part of being 20, part of being in your 20-somethings. You know, it's gonna happen. So
Right. And I think 20 is like a time where like everybody's on 2 different wavelengths. Like we know some people like that could be buying houses. We know some people that are still living in their parents' house. We know some people that are having babies. We know some people that are getting married. Like you can't, like you have to focus truly on yourself. Don't doubt.
You can't compare yourself
At all. Like
when you're 20,
comes from.
you cannot compare yourself.
Compare yourself, bro.
Everybody's on a different time frame. Like we're all on different levels. So therefore, everybody just needs to focus on their path, their craft.
Trust your path too. Like if you put your mindset and trust yourself, I feel like 20 is the time where you're like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I should do that. Trust yourself, 100%.
I feel like, especially when you're coming out of high school, for me, like I knew I had a list of things I want to do, and once I got to college and like, you know, adjusting to college wasn't as easy as you expected it to. You're like, okay, like why am I not doing this? Like I should be doing this right now. So it's really easy to have doubts and not feel like you're doing enough. But as long as you put your mind to it, it's gonna get done.
It'll work itself out. Next question. Having high standards.
What is
Impossible.
that? Impossible.
Impossible.
Impossible. What do you mean having high standards?
As a woman, you should know what you want.
You can have high standards to the point, like, I mean standards with yourself and like, you know, so like you can have too high standards to the point where it's almost like you're gonna disappoint yourself at some point.
It depends. I mean, sometimes you find yourself in situations where you have to like lower those standards, but it's for a good reason.
Yeah.
So it just depends.
When it comes to these, no, I'm playing. When it comes to men, such thing as having high standards, because most of them won't even feel the standards, bro. Like they won't even feel half the half the list of what you want. So
the list you can't feel.
The list you can't feel. So having high standards when it comes to relationships is impossible.
I feel like if you are to have those high standards, you yourself should be able to reach them as well.
Period.
So
Yeah.
like you're
That's period.
yourself can provide. So if I'm asking you to be ambitious, it's because me myself I'm ambitious.
Exactly. Yeah, you have to have that.
Something that I know, and that okay.
You can't
No, but I
ask for someone with money, not like working for yourself.
Basically, if I'm asking for the load, I better be able to carry it too.
Come on,
Oh, there we go.
come on, man. Hey, discussion over. Next question.
Next question.
Next caller.
All right, okay. Picture up a relationship, like getting a relationship with someone, and you have to like.
Hold it.
I'm building a man, basically.
Why?
I don't get the point.
Like, why are we doing that?
You'll build them up.
Am I your mom?
Grow
Why am I
legs and
building
walk
up
away
an
from
air?
you.
Like, I'm not your mother. Like, I'm not your mother. I'm not about to be telling you no. Like, we're especially if we're the same age. I don't carry two brains. We all carry one head. So therefore,
I'm helping myself. I can't help you too.
exactly.
We're helping each other grow, though.
That's
Yeah.
I'm trying to. That's
different.
the thing, sir. I'm trying to find that middle, because it's not like you're building him. I don't want to be like, oh, I'm building a man, but it's also in a relationship. You're supposed to grow with each other as well.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah. Like see each other's flaws and like help each other.
I think I don't know.
Like, there's so many men I feel like, especially our age, they feel like, okay, I don't have my shit together right now, but you're supposed to help me get my shit together. You're supposed to like help me, be there for me. Like, nah, like I'm
What
not
am I supposed to do, Playboy?
from you.
It's not happening.
Like, no. And then the worst part about it is then they have nothing to bring to the table.
Exactly.
And I'm sitting here helping build myself and build you, and you're kicking your feet up.
Especially bum boys. Like,
It's
it be the bum lame boys that just talking about my girl gotta do this for what? And what are you coming to do for me?
Nothing at all.
Next caller.
No, for real. Alright. Dating to marry versus dating to learn.
I say both now. Now I say now I say both. Because the way this generation is, like, personally, I will never fit under this generation because
He's different.
I'm different. I'm so different. But no, on a serious note, I will never fit under that because of the way my mindset is and like the way I was raised. So therefore, marriage will always be a goal for me. So therefore, the person I am dating has to be a potential person that I will marry. But you know, these boys' heads, they're not straight. So therefore, date to learn and date to marry as well. Both of them. All in all, combination.
Double. For me, is double. No, for me is dating to marry. Because honestly, I'm not going to entertain you if I don't see a future with.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying the first thing you see somebody, that's my husband. No, trust me, that's not how it is. You're young, you still want to experience, I understand that. But I just feel I'm not going to put myself in this situation to entertain somebody and to commit to somebody if I don't see a future with you, and that's just it. It's just there. In the process, you'll still be learning.
Yeah.
I agree with that, but at the same time, I feel like it's in a way like a recipe to hurt your own feelings. Because if I'm with a guy and I'm like, okay, I'm trying to build a future with you, I'm thinking about our future together, and you do something like I don't like, I might overlook what you've done because I want to build a future with you. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to overlook something that I really think is a problem just because I feel like I'm supposed to be building something with this person. Does that make sense?
It makes sense. It makes sense.
I feel like
I just think we're too young for that.
Yeah, we're especially since we all know boys' brains don't start fully developing until they turn 89.
Give me that.
Dating to marry at 19, 20. Unless they're just like a really, really correct guy. Like,
Which is hard to find.
which is
You
hard.
know if a man sees a picture of you. Like, it'll be apparent.
Exactly, but that's the thing. I know it's hard to find, but that doesn't mean that they're not there at all.
Yeah.
That's like saying.
Sure, don't do
That's
that.
like saying. Let me know if you just. Nescola.
Okay, next question. Should you always be honest about cheating and the difference between a man cheating and a woman cheating? If y'all think there's a difference.
Should you always be honest about cheating?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Yes. I don't understand. I feel like it's a given. If you're in a relationship, why are you cheating in the first place?
Fine. Yeah.
Leave.
I don't definitely cheating should not happen at all. But I feel like
Like,
if you know your relationship, and I think in certain circumstances, if you feel like you being 100% honest about that could lead you to like losing the person, and it was maybe a one-time mistake or like something you ain't mean to do.
wasn't mistakes.
What's the mistake? Give me scenario, nigga.
We go out, right? All four of us, we out. We all get.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
We
call
get
it
lit.
that, right? And one of us ends up doing something we're not supposed to do, right? But it was like you're devastated about it. You ain't mean to. Like it was a mistake, right? But you have a husband and kids at home. And you know, if you go home and tell your man this, like that's not your man anymore. You gonna tell him?
I'm not saying anything. I'm saying
That should never let me do that.
It was y'all's fault. It was the girls.
Look, it wasn't me. It was the Don Julio. I promise. That was not me.
Wasn't me.
I mean, yeah.
A husband and kids, that changes the whole dynamic stuff.
Yeah, that changed.
I feel like if you are just like if I were to cheat today, I feel like you should just be honest about that and be upfront. I do agree with that, but I think it's very circumstantial. Like sometimes,
like right now, I'm not married to you. I'm not bearing any of your children. So if you're cheating, just say.
be straightforward.
Like we're not tied to each other in any way. So just say it.
Going to the next question, like men cheating and women cheating and like the repercussions of cheating, I feel like if I cheat on my boyfriend, let's say, he's not gonna forgive me. Like I can just consider that relationship a done deal when I open my mouth.
He's dead. You're dead.
A man believes if a woman cheats, like she cheats for her feelings, like she meant to do that. But if a man,
they won't understand.
If a man cheats, it's just like, oh, whatever. Like they weren't thinking, which I feel like that's not fair. Like
Definitely a double standard.
regardless,
I'm playing the game.
do
Like you. But what's
do it
up?
once, but do it again.
Checkmate.
Checkmate. We playing the same game here. What do you guys look for in a partner?
Tall, dark, and handsome. Period.
That's it.
Hey, that's all.
You gotta have a good personality. Like you gotta carry a conversation. Like for me, I'm a very talkative person.
You are.
I can literally talk. I can literally talk about anything, and like I expect you to have that same energy.
For me, personally, look for in a man is just be confident, and that's it.
I feel like, okay, but what does that encompass? Because that's what is confidence encompass?
You gotta be nice. You gotta be nice. Like I know that's obvious, but like genuinely, like nice, like caring. Like,
For me,
like genuinely nice. We'll go above and beyond for you. I mean, obviously the energy should be reciprocated on both ends, but you gotta be willing to at least.
For me, my number one is God-fearing. You know, God-fearing for sure. And number two, my own is ambition, because I'm a very, if y'all know me, I'm very optimistic. Like I'm always positive thinking. I think I'm gonna take over the world. So you can't be a bum next to me. You wanted to take over the world just like me. You can't just be wanted to, you know. So just match my energy. Don't.
And that energy is being a bad bitch. It's like that's threatening it.
For me, I feel like I need someone that has like strength. Like I need to know, and like security. Like I need to feel like if anything ever goes, like if anything positive or negative happens, like I need you to be like fully give me full support.
Available.
Emotionally available. Yeah.
Just all I need, like, I just need to know that whatever happens, you're gonna be here. Like, I need you to be very, very solid. Because some men ain't solid, especially today.
Come on.
When the going gets tough, it's tough.
That's clip.
I don't have any more questions. That's it. That's the end of the ride.
Really?
Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the video.
I mean,
it's the City Girls, and yeah, that's it. And guys, thanks for tuning in. I'm Rain, and I'll be back with another video.